Oh, how about that? Spirit needed to break the ice, honey. Spirit needed to break the ice because I was already about to
Yeah,
just like
yeah, I know,
totally flip out.
I know, I know.
Like totally flip out. Like I tell you, sometimes I wish we could do like a behind the scenes kind of thing so that people would understand like all of the stuff that happens behind the scenes so that they could know that right before I got on, none of my cameras were working.
Hmm.
I had to restart 3 times. Then I did show up and I showed up like I was wearing a naked suit. And so then I had to cut back off, restart again, and change my clothes.
She was looking naked, y'all.
Uh,
Technology, I tell you.
uh,
Do you guys hear whooshing sound?
like a whistle, like the house song. It
No,
could
what?
be. It could be. It's raining here.
No, I have my fan on. I mean, not the fan. I have my little heater on, so I didn't know. And these aren't my the headphones that I love very daily. I think I've worked to death, so
You
I have to
killed
get
it.
new ones. They don't conked out on me, y'all.
Oh.
So I have my heat on.
So first, let us say hello to everyone.
Hey
Hey,
y'all.
Kalita. Hey, Jay. Radiance. Pam.
Yes. Hey family.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank
why?
you for thank you for hanging out and just waiting patiently for us. Yeah, I know we was coming. I was
We
like,
were coming. I'm telling you, I have never had what just happened happen, and I know, like in reality, it would have shifted my mood until I got that thing stuck up there. When
mm.
I got that thing stuck up there, it just made me laugh. Like, what else? What else? You didn't upload the screen thing. You didn't upload for in the groove.
It's
You
all
didn't
right.
do any of that. I'm gonna tell
It's
you.
all
I'm gonna just point to you and ask you. Can you pull it up? Can you share? I'm gonna share the screen. I don't know.
Well, child, let me just get ready for you start pointing
Oh
to me.
no, no, no.
let me let me get prepared. Okay.
I'm looking at. I'm gonna do like the politicians do at the debate. To my people, understand that today we've been having technical difficulties, but still vote for us.
Yes, yes, still vote for us. Ooh,
Still
what
vote
office
for
should
us,
we run for?
huh?
What office should we run for?
Oh, I thought you said what office should we vote for? I was about to
No,
say,
I said run. Like if you run it, like what office? I think we get some votes.
if I was running for a political office,
See how she just made it? I said what office are we
right,
collectively?
right, but we can run in two different parts. Like you could be governor and I could be the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of like still shows up.
Okay, okay, okay. So what would you run for?
Well, I can run for a lot of things now because most of the people that have videos and pictures of me in compromising positions, most of them are gone.
Oh,
So I can't be blackmailed, right?
oh, child, blackmail me. I don't care. I tell it fire. Tell anybody else. Tell it.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I'm not gonna lie about it, but I'm just saying, like, it's one thing to be blackmailed, and it's another thing to have the stuff released. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can't you put it out there yourself? Like, listen, if I ever ran for office, I'm gonna just well the ones I could find, I could just put the ones that I have access to. I put it all out there. Yes, and what? Because if you looked at some of y'all closets and some y'all, yes.
Why everything you say gotta sound like a sermon?
I'm sorry. I know it's like
He's like, if we look into your closet, all I can hear is the hi hats go or the cymbals or whatever that is.
oh.
That's where it starts at. Get on the ham and like it's right there. But so today, since we kind of like we're gonna make that our check-in since we kind
Yeah,
of
that's a check-in. It's fine. Tell us
um
tell us like if we ran for office, you know. what we should run for. I want to hear everybody's opinions.
Well, you look very, to me, very Senate. Like
Do
you should be
I?
in the Senate. Yes.
No, they would not wear these lips on the Senate floor. But I'll be the first
That's
one. But
because
yeah,
you ain't get there yet.
now if I ever get to the Senate floor, these lips gonna be just like this.
There's so much I'm not going to touch. Instead, we go to
On
instead
the Senate
we
floor.
are going to hold on. Let me turn my can sideways because I'm not doing a commercial for Perrier. But um,
Say the name. Okay.
I know that's why I covered it. They ain't pay me. I listen. I'm acting like I'm high. I'm acting like I'm a celebrity early. If you ain't pay me, I ain't showing your name. I'm not showing your name. So you got to speak it
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
manifest that thing. You got to speak it.
Oh, now who the one preaching? Come on.
I forgot. I forgot that you had that tambourine. Right.
Preach, preach out.
I forgot. Don't do it early. These got to last me to in the groove.
Okay, okay. All right. All right.
Don't do it early. Don't make me cry because then I got to sit down and figure this thing all over with again.
Ooh, child. Sorry about that. Ain't my fault.
So, to the wonderful people that have joined us, today we're talking about I am a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And I want one of the things that I would like is to hear from all of you as well.
Yes.
Like we're talking about I mean, this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's Breast Cancer Month. It's LGBTQ History Month. It's I saw a couple of other things too that are attached to this month. So we didn't want to just take it and focus on one thing. We wanted to talk to all
Yeah.
of the people that have survived. Now I'm hearing a little echo. I don't know if the people hear it because I recognize my computer is doing its own thing. But as long as the people don't hear it, then I'm gonna I'll just eat that.
Yeah.
But we want you to also put into the comments, when did you survive?
Mm.
When did you survive? What did you survive? What was supposed to kill you? And it could be outside of domestic violence
Come on.
and breast cancer and I want this is not we are honoring because I am a domestic violence survivor
As am I.
and we are honoring all of that which we
Mm-hmm.
are aware of this month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to alienate we don't want to restrict the conversation to just
Yeah.
that because right now people need
Yes.
the motivation and the understanding
Mm-hmm.
that that it ain't over.
Whew. Can I give the definition of survival? Because this thing blessed me before we got on.
Yes.
So I want to share this definition. It is the state or fact of continuing to live or exist, typically in spite of an accident, ordeal, or difficult circumstances. But what the state or fact of continuing to live or exist in spite of. Jesus, I feel all tingly. In spite of that thing, that circumstance, that situation, right? That difficulty, you're still living, continuing to live and exist in spite of those things. And so ooh, you know, I thinking of survive and survival and surviving, uh, you know, like logically we know the definition, but it always helps to look at it and read it, and understand that, it makes you look at all of the areas and all of the ways that we continue to live.
Right.
Right, right, and that's something to, I mean, that's something to rejoice about. It really is. It's something to rejoice about. Yes, sis, I see you. You see these comments. Come
I
on.
know I'm about to pull them
Woo.
up. If
Yes.
it's okay with you, I want to pull these
Come on. Let's
comments
do
up.
it. Let's do it. Yes. Woo.
I survived carcinoid cancer and growing
Yes.
up the middle child in my family.
Come on. Listen, that.
Like, first of all, we doing this.
Yes.
We doing this. We doing this. Because like, yes, yes. We going to the next one.
Come on.
I'm
Come
pulling
on.
it up.
Come
It's
on.
in the chat. Then it's already living. Like
Listen. Come on.
sexual
Yeah.
abuse
Put it. Put
survivor.
it.
Right.
Yes. Put it all. Put it all. Put the little things too, because a lot of times when we don't think about surviving something, we look at the big things, but they're little things. Oh Jesus! See, this is a whole like
We got to get.
whole
You know
preacher
what?
thing.
We gonna
Woo!
have to tap into, as my song Sawiti says. We gonna have to tap in. We gonna tap in
Yes, come on, come on, come on,
on
come
this conversation because it becomes imperative for
on. Ooh,
us to own the things. And
yeah,
this one was something I wasn't even thinking about. We are
yes, my
surviving
God,
the ideology we know as America.
yeah, yeah.
America was designed to
Woo!
traumatize us and to
Jesus,
not allow, but we have identified and risen into the truth of our magnificence.
this is holy ground. I'm sorry, yeah, I know we, but this is holy ground. This is sacred territory right here. Okay, Woo! Come on, share, share, share. Oh, that was good. Oh, yes.
Because you know what, and you know what, I got to bring that comment back up real quick. What I love about what he said
Mm,
is, but we have identified and risen into the truth of our magnificence. Because here's the deal, as
yeah,
people of color, like this is a real statement. And excuse my language because I really didn't say it this way. People can talk all the shit that they want
yeah,
and
yeah.
do the things that they try to do to destroy us as a people. But when you look over our history,
Woo!
we have invented so many things.
Yes,
We
yes. Oh
have
my God.
shown up in so many ways. Y'all can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot say that black people
Mm, come on,
are not the shit.
come on, come on.
You cannot say that.
Ooh, we
There's
are
no way in the
resilient.
world we can have our own towns burned to the ground, but they still showed up.
Hmm.
So yes, oh gosh, oh that got
Yeah,
under. Ooh,
yeah, because I often think about the resilience of our people, and even when I have my weak moments, because I have them, and they are many, right? I have weak moments where I feel like I can't do something, right? If I begin to think about the resilience of our people, yes, we are all different. Yes, we all show up differently, but that resilience, that is in our DNA. That is in our DNA. And it's something that is innate within us, that we still rise, like Odu said, right? We still show up. When I think about the resilience of our people, that is part of it. Yes, yes, God, the divine, the Holy Spirit, but our ancestors.
that's right.
There's nothing that we can't do, and and there is nothing that we can't do, and there's nothing that we can't get through. This whole, and we laugh about it, right? But we are survivors by nature.
That's right.
We are survivors by nature. So when the economy is going down, when we have, when while we're in the middle of a pandemic, all of this stuff, child, I remember, I forgot what year that was, the stock market crashed. I can't remember what year it was. People was flinging themselves, yes, flinging themselves out the window
Hmm.
because they lost so much money. And we like, okay, well, we just gonna get, we gonna get this here beans and franks.
Hmm.
We Because that's what we do. We know how to survive. It's just something we don't. It's sometimes we don't even think about it. It's just like, okay,
Why Dan said 2008.
yeah, it's 2008. So while everybody else, the other people was freaking out, we was just okay. Yeah, we know how to do this, right? Because struggle. We don't like the struggle, but we know how to survive and struggle. It's just something that's in us.
See now, but now we talking about words, right? I have become very a lot better at removing the concept of struggle
Hmm.
from my vocabulary,
Hmm.
because I don't know, it's something about that image that feels so constraining to not breaking free. I know you can struggle to break free. I get that, but
Hmm.
maybe because it's a generational trauma word for me.
Hmm.
Somewhere in my generational beginning, that conversation of if it ain't one thing, it's another. I'ma always be going through something. Everything, the shoe is eventually going to drop. That being part of the struggle vocabulary and the struggle mentality being implanted to me as a child,
Hmm.
it just it doesn't allow space for you to embrace it not always being that way.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so even when I'm in a high vibe, a high moment, or where I should be enjoying something,
Yeah.
this is a whole different conversation. I don't even
Oh,
know
come
why
on.
we over here,
That's
but
because it needs to happen.
I should be enjoying this moment.
Mhm.
There is a guilt
Oh, come on. Oh, I can't even.
that comes with the enjoyment
Come
that I can't stay in it. I should not feel this good. This is not real for me.
on, Renair.
But when I think about something, and we joked about this being we taking it to church, but I gotta touch that part,
Hmm.
that real truth. Why shouldn't I get to enjoy this?
Come on. Why shouldn't you?
If you are living in this world, and I'm trying to scroll back because I want to say this, you have survived
Yeah, 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 yeah,
cancer,
yeah,
you
yeah,
have survived
yeah,
sexual abuse,
yeah.
you have survived
Hmm.
how America has just all of that. Why can't you enjoy the moment when you have accomplished, or you have surpassed, or you have survived, or you have overcome a struggle and have gotten into a place of, of peace? I refuse to
Come
hold
on,
on to
come
this
on.
concept of struggle. It just is.
Mm, mm,
It is stuff that is happening because it happens.
right.
I refuse to attach it to the concept of struggle anymore.
It is. It's amazing to me. You, talking about the guilt that's associated with 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 not struggling, or um, with having peace, right? Because as you were talking, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about Kara, right? Thinking about Kara Solutions, right? In the middle of this pandemic, being as successful as it is, I've wanted, and this is my testimony, that I have lacked nothing. Every bill is paid, rent paid on time every month, right? And so, food in my refrigerator. Like when I say I have lacked for nothing, and have become uh, uh, the lender.
Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Ooh, I'm trying to, but there is still, and so I don't talk about it. It's like almost pulling teeth almost to get me to talk about it. Like I'll say yes, like the divine has kept me through this time, this, that, and the other. But to break it down and say that these are all of the ways. In March, I said, what I'm gonna do. March, I said, what am I going to do? Right? I had like what $10 in my. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it didn't even skip a beat. I didn't skip a month. Ooh, Jesus! And I'm not saying this to be cocky, but see, I don't talk about all of the layers and all of the levels because there is some guilt associated with my telling of this because because I'm looking around me and I'm seeing friends and family and church members and the community struggling. I'm seeing, how they've lost their livelihoods and their resources, right? I'm seeing how there's so much grief going around, and we can't even grieve properly. I'm seeing all of these things, going on around, right? And here I am sitting in this blessed place, right? And so yes, you're absolutely right. There is a level of guilt almost, that comes with me sharing out loud to everybody, exactly what has happened for me and my testimony. Like for me, there was nobody but the divine that orchestrated this. Because when I said what I'm gonna do, the divine showed up and answered the question. You don't got to do nothing. Just just follow my lead, right? Follow my guidance, and I just know. I just know, and I've had it. So you're absolutely right. It just made me think about, why don't I share? People still don't know what I do. People still don't know,
They
right?
know now.
Well, they know now, but there's still so many people that don't know, that have no clue, no idea of of what I do and who I do it for and who I do it with. And part of that is that guilt that's associated with being, successful or surviving, right? When other individuals um have not.
Mm. Well, I'm going to tell you something, and I can respect your space, like no judgment, but hell, somebody got to be able to be the lender. So bless you and amen. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, I can like I don't I you try to be careful what you say because you don't need to buy somebody food and then let everybody know you brought them food.
Right, 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 right.
But it does it is a blessing when you can be in a seat that you can be of respite, if that's the word that I'm thinking of,
Mhm,
um to your community, to
mhm,
the people that you love, to be a place where people can just find some peace. Now I do get that there's discernment
Oh yeah.
because there's a difference between not wanting to tell people because you are in a you in a better, not a better, because that's not the word I want to use,
All
in a
right.
different position
Mm-hmm.
than someone else. Because just because you may have more don't mean you're better,
Right. Come on. That's
but in a
good.
different position.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that out of your group of 10, 9 of them have no income, and they trying to figure it out, and they on the verge of losing their houses and this, that, and the third. If I was one of them 9 people, I'd appreciate, thank you for not completely telling me that this is what's going on for you, because then I might want to stab you in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
So there's discernment
Mm-hmm.
in knowing how to deliver the good news, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that's that's my thought on it.
Yeah.
Because I think some people don't take that into consideration, that a lot of people right now um, do not have their unemployment, or
Right.
by the government stalling on some things, that they don't know where their next plate is coming from. So there is a space of discretion.
Right.
But there's also, don't deny the goodness, honey. Don't deny the goodness, because that may be, because see, your story is in that you're you were like here, and then you built something from the ground based on how technology shifted. You were able to take your knowledge and produce something to help people navigate a massive technology shift. You helped churches, you helped people, you helped organizations. That is the testimony. Like,
Mm.
that is, you could take what's going on around you and become a help or an answer,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and become an entrepreneur and be successful. No, you don't keep that story to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may not want to tell, again, the 9 people that you in a lender position,
Mm-hmm.
but you can keep yourself available to those 9 people, and recognize that if somebody call you and say, "Oh my God, I don't even know how I'm gonna eat," that you are now in a position where you could just say, "What's your cash app?"
Mm-hmm.
Now, to the people watching, don't
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 be blowing up my phone. Don't be blowing up my phone. I ain't say how much I can lend. I mean, come on.
that's not what I was going to say, but
Listen,
I was not even on that bus,
listen.
but
That's where
that
I
must
was.
have been
Listen, that's the bus I was on, right? Because if I ain't hear from you in like 2 years, don't be hitting me up now talking about I heard you was no.
oh, glad I wore a good lash glue today. Um, so continue to share with us how you have survived. What is something that you have survived? Like we said, it is domestic violence awareness month. It is breast cancer month. It's
Mhm.
LGBTQ history month. It's a lot of things
Yeah.
um, happening this month.
Mhm.
But I know I saw it. That's happening that much. Um, they said you already get requests. Somebody said, "Let me hold $1," while Dan said, "Need $5." Um, but share with us, even outside of those awarenesses, something that you have survived, that you want the world to know. I am a survivor.
Now, is that for me for everybody? Because I
No, I was
want.
telling everybody, but now,
Oh yeah.
and now, like I was doing a dramatic pause through
I'm
that.
sorry.
I was like, and put your survivor stories in the box.
Oh, okay. I messed that up. Do it again. Do it again. The, the moment has passed.
The moment has rolled on.
This is the
Got to
road.
know when to roll them, fold them, walk away, and run, and it just
That is.
ran. So now on that, what is your what is your survivor? What is your survivor story?
Oh, now you talking to me?
See, this is why
Ooh. Just see.
I'm about to recite your phone number so that
You
they can
better not. You better not. I
be
will
like,
scrub this thing off the internet. You hear me? I will go to every place it could be and scrub it.
be like 777 9311. Old to Odu. Uh,
So okay. So while y'all, because yeah, we still really want to hear some more of your survival stories. So please post them, right? Oh, child. Well, I don't have a one. I just have smart water.
well, this is just seltzer.
So
I got a whole nother
um,
show to do later. I gotta, I don't want old dude to fire me. I'll be on there like, and then we said the music was going to be great.
Jay, Jay, we are the production team. So
Yes, we are. We do it all. We do it all.
you need to hire us. Okay.
Oh, why
So,
Dan? No, that number is actually a song by Morris Day and the Time, 777 9311. So they can call it if they want to.
hmm
I didn't get them a area code though.
so okay, now I'm echoing. Dang it.
But you know what? This thing we I've been echoing. I didn't hear you echo until the
So now
room
I'm
stayed. Yeah.
okay.
So, and if I say this wrong, please don't hurt me. Denward.
Yes, that's a good Caribbean name. Come on here, Demwood.
Yes. Uh, Surviving depression and anxiety, being able to
Yes.
understand myself on a spiritual level, and being able to say, I've survived suicidal thoughts tempting me to exit.
Mm, that's good. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, keep posting, keep posting.
Keep posting them.
So I I hate that I'm echoing. Um, so I have survived many things, right? So numerous. Oh, that was okay. The echo went away. So
Well,
numerous.
I'm muted so that my wonderful cards wouldn't, you know,
Oh, it helped.
it did.
Yeah. So mute again.
Okay. You bad disrespectful today. I don't know what was in your coffee.
Ooh.
I feel like you had one of them bloody Marys.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Let me tell my story. All right. So you see, oh,
I
don't you
hit the
do that
wrong
to
button. I hit the wrong button. Jesus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
me. So yes. So I too am a domestic violence survivor. I survived numerous suicide attempts. Um, and this illness is this life, right? But one of the stories that I do like to share, and which is tied into my survival stories, um, is after and I do have permission to share this. So Naomi and Jasmine, my daughters, if they're watching. So I when I was about 16 years old, I left home and ended up in in Staten Island, uh, Mariners Harbor. I think Mariners Harbor still kind of existed, but it was really my first time in the world. Like I was very sheltered, so I didn't know any. I was raised very sheltered, so I didn't know anything about drugs. I didn't know anything. So when I left home, I was like, I was like the lamb, and the wolf was all the wolves were all around me. Um, but I ended up meeting someone. Um, Child ain't that bad. I can't remember his name now, but we ended up seeing each other. He would be the
Oh, he
one.
wasn't that good if you ain't remember his name.
Child. He would be
And it
the
was also 175 years
one.
ago, so
Listen, I'm over the people telling me I'm old. Listen, I look damn good for 50. Okay,
you
about to be
do. But I'm being
51
shady for now,
next
and I'm
month.
telling you, my umbrella's out for the rest of the show. I'm
Um,
being shady for the rest of the show.
you see, you see how she treat me, y'all. Anyway, let me hurry just telling this story. So, um, so yeah, so I ended up meeting this guy, and he would be like he would be the one that was the abuser, right? The to in terms of domestic violence, and I have to. I'm not going to share that part. That's going to be in the book. Well, okay, but so um, I didn't know at the time that he was on drugs. That was back when the crack was really heavy. Um, Crack was just taking our people out, and so he took drugs, thousands of dollars worth of drugs from uh, from the I guess the head drug dealer on the island.
Right.
Yeah, so he took the money, took the drugs, and jetted. And so I'm like, I'm left with myself. I didn't know where he was. And then I got the word that if they can't get recoup what he took, or they can't find him, that they would take me out. Now, here I am, this timid, naive. I think I was probably 17 by then. Um, Timid, naive teenager, and kind of scared of everything, right? Because I wasn't prepared. I didn't have street smarts at the time. And something said to me, go to the drug dealer and tell the drug dealer that you would offer to work it off, so that was a survival instinct that I didn't know I ever had. Like, no one suggested for me to do that, but that was the only thing I could think of. Like, my life wasn't the way I wanted it to be, and I was homeless more often than I was not, right? But I knew that I wanted to live. That was something that I knew that I wanted to live, and I think even when my timid self, my timid human self, could not fathom having gone to make this offer, that something rose up in my spirit to say, make this offer and it'll be okay. So that's what I did. I did that, and they looked at me like I was crazy, because like, now you coming here, we looking for y'all, but you're coming to us and saying that. And I said, and so I became their best seller, because I didn't use the thing, I didn't use the stuff. And the part that I'm going to share, that I have permission to share, is that uh, they sent someone to take us out. Like, I had like a hit on me. And he said that when he saw me, that something said, don't do it. Something said, no, not her. He would eventually become my daughter's father, right? He was sent to kill me. Ah! I was the grasp of that. Ooh, he was sent to kill me. And God said, not so. And I don't
God said not so.
listen. I can't even, there's so much to that story that I can't tell. I can't tell it all, right? Because I'm just really, really churchy now. I cannot tell it all. But I want somebody on the six who was
Don't get the Holy Spirit and start
no,
shouting. You know you got stairs right there.
no, no,
No,
but I want someone to know who's watching.
yo, they done name your movie a survivor's halo, a will to live.
Come
Yes,
on, come
lifetime.
on.
Yes, lifetime. Somebody tell Oprah or Tyler Perry that's a
I want someone to. Oh, here's my tambourine. I want somebody to know that who's watching with us live, and who will catch it in the replay. Right? That if
catch it
you
in the
are able
replay.
to watch, if you were here right now, you talking to us, you typing, right, and you catching this in the replay, and you're watching, and you that would the thing that was sent to kill you.
You have a baby by it?
No, that's a whole other thing. But the thing that was sent to kill you,
I'm just messing with you. I
right?
know.
God said, not so.
Not so.
Not so. Hallelujah. There's so many stories like that. There's so many stories in my life, in my lived experience like that, right? Even when we try to take our own child, even when I try to take, I say we because I know there's so many of us who have tried to commit suicide. Even when we have tried over and over again, multiple times to take our own self out, God
That's
said,
right.
not so. Not
Not so.
so. Whew. I need,
Not so.
yeah, I just have water and that's it.
I just
It's about to be a run. I'm about to run.
you got stairs. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if you go down them, then I gotta jump offline. People gonna be trying to call this and the third. Like it's gonna become a whole thing. So I just want you to know, just be, and you got bookcases back there. So when you get
Come
the
on, run for me,
stairs,
y'all. Run for me. Run for
that's
me.
right. Somebody
Hallelujah.
run for her.
And while you running for me, run for yourself because you made it. You survived. Hallelujah.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. Woo. All right, I'm shutting up now. Come on, post your survival stories. Come
Post
on.
your survivor stories. When you told me that the other day, because as long it's almost 20 years, I did not know that component of the story. Like, I remember when the girls were like, now they like, sometimes I want to shoot people that comment underneath their stuff.
Hmm.
So, um, but I will say that's if that's not an example of something being sent for you.
Mm,
And we know what that something was, the something that said something to him.
hmm, hmm.
Tapped him right on the shoulder.
Didn't
You
know me
said,
from Jack.
did you
Come
the
on.
part that you said to me the other day that I don't know if you realized you didn't say this time is he had you in scope.
Yes, he had me in his sights. He had me in his sights because he had been following me. He had me in his sights, hand on the trigger. You hear me? Woo, Jesus. And God said, not so.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know with I should have had you go last. That's the kind of that this I feel like I'm in church now
Woo.
where you ever remember like the service be so high, the choir done sung, everybody done fell out, the people limping back to their seats and
Limping.
and then the pastor get up and get ready to preach and everybody be like,
Why are you preaching?
for what? We just had church.
Child.
People still like Jesus in the back. And that's how I feel right now.
Listen, but oof, I want somebody to get it. I want somebody because look over your life. Look over your life. Yes, you've been battered and bruised and broken in some places, right? Yes, life has beat you down. Yes, you experienced trauma. Yes, all of these things, all of these horrible things happen to you, but you are still here. And that was gonna be, I was gonna say that later at the end, but I need to say it now. You still, you made it. You survived. You
Right.
survived.
Right. And being here, don't please hear my heart when I say this, because I've been thinking about this. I'm in training this weekend, and I'm taking this class on aromatherapy and trauma. Right.
Mm,
I can show you my notebook.
mm,
That man said that he had to look at someone. The instructor said he had to look at someone, and he said, "Let me go to it because I got it because I wrote it down because it touched me." He said, "Trauma is suffering.
mm,
Have you not suffered enough?"
mm,
And he said, someone said to him, "No, I haven't
mm,
suffered enough."
mm,
And he looked at him and he said, "That's a shame. But if you want to own that, then own that you are now operating in a pain body."
mm, mm, mm.
Many of us are walking around in a pain body.
Come on.
We have overcome so many things, but we are miserable every day that we wake up. We're not living,
Come on.
we're just existing. Or worse than that, we are awakened, dead, walking
Come on.
souls.
Mm, mm, mm.
There's that old hymn, and I'm thinking that this joy that I have,
Mm. Ah.
the world did not give it to me. And if the world didn't get it, the world can't take it away. When
Yes.
we have come through some of this stuff, and we didn't go to therapy, or we went to therapy and didn't get 100% about what was going on with us
Come
in
on. Come on.
therapy 15 years, and ain't even talk about the real thing that's hurting you.
Mm, mm-hmm.
When we refuse to take some responsibility in
Mm.
participating in our healing process,
Come
we
on.
get stuck.
Will you be made whole?
We get stuck. People don't understand that healing,
Come
and
on.
I mean this respectfully. And again, when we have these conversations, this is not cookie cutter.
Mm.
Everything doesn't fit every topic.
Right.
Grief, especially loss of something, shows up a little differently.
Mm,
But then I'm going to say, even there's a space where you have to be willing to
mm-hmm.
participate
Jesus.
in the healing, not just show up. Not just show up. There are some things that
Mm.
we have to do to participate
Yes, my God, today.
in healing. And even if it doesn't go completely away, because something, certain losses don't go completely away,
Mm-hmm.
you are able to move in a way that you still are living in
Mm-hmm.
what is presently happening for you today.
Jesus, that's so good. That's so good. Ooh, I'm so reminded of the man at the was it the man at the pool of Bethesda?
Yep.
And the
Yep.
question was asked, will you be the decision time after time as the waters were troubled. He said it. They got in there before him. They went past him. They pushed past him. And the question was asked, will you be that was will you be made whole? Is that the same story? Is that the same one?
Hmm.
So, the healing could have come. Jesus could have healed, right? In that story. Just went boom, rise up. Like the same way he called Lazarus out, rise up. But the question was asked, will you be made will you be made whole? The decision to be healed was left to the one that was sick. will you be made?
Let me tell you something. And I'm sure that there are stories that don't speak to this. But every time I think of and I'm gonna go to the sacred text. We seldom do this on Walk in Heaven,
Right,
but I
right.
gotta do it
Yeah,
today
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling it in my heart and here. Somebody needs to understand that a majority of the stories where there was the greatest healing, somebody had to do something.
Come on.
The lady had to touch the hem of the garment.
Come
The
on.
friends had to lower the man down through the ceiling. Moses had to be willing to go.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Something had to happen.
Yes. Yes.
They opened their mouth. They asked a question. They said something. They went somewhere. They dressed down. They dressed
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Something. There was something that activated.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
It activated the next move
Yes. Jesus. Oh my
that
goodness.
happened. Now I'm not saying that there wasn't times when healing didn't just happen because they were, oh man, even when they were standing there, they were activate, they were still doing something.
I was about to say that because oh, just showing up is
Or they sent somebody to
they
go get
sent somebody.
somebody.
They did something. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
They were an active participant in their own healing or for the healing for somebody else.
Oh, I, I don't even know what to do. I'm trying not to cry. You'll understand. And I'm usually crying because I'm laughing, but these are not even tears of sadness. This is tears of realness. I
Yes. Yes.
watch, I watch a lot of y'all. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about the people that I am connected to. And y'all so heartbroken for so long, so long. And there is a deep desire inside of me that I want to that I wish that there was something that I could do
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because when you see so much potential
Mm. Come on.
in the people that you love to be great, because they're
Yeah.
already great, but just to get to the place where they can acknowledge their greatness.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
I want to figure out a way to help activate some healing for you. Like I have to because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have to because it and this is not about me per
Right.
se. Because there's a part of it that is about me because it hurts. But most of you that I have come to know have come through so many things,
Mm.
things that oh my gosh, we were talking earlier about resilience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lesser person, a lesser person wouldn't even be here.
Mm. And recognize it. I think sometimes when when you've gone through so many things, we don't recognize our own resilience because we're so focused on the thing.
That's right.
We're so focused on the hurt. We're so focused on the trauma that we don't recognize our own resilience. We don't recognize our own power. Um, Again, I'm thinking about the sermon that I did the last Sunday in August, and I preached about the Umbrella Academy. For those of you that have seen the Umbrella
I
Academy,
tried, I couldn't get into it.
anyway. um, but if you've watched that, and even I believe there are books. The comic is Dark Horse Comics. Um, if you know the story of those children and all of the trauma that they experienced um, from the person that was supposed to be They're caretakers, supposed to take care of them, you know. Um, and it's a lot, like we can see ourselves in their stories, in their being neglected, and they're being told that they aren't good enough, and that and that they're not special, or being sent away, right? We see ourselves in their stories, right? And but the point I wanted to make in sharing that in that sermon that day is that, even though they were broken, because it was really designed to break them, that they still have power. And we were broken. You might be broken, but you still have power. These things may have happened to you, but you still have power. And I think that if we can begin to focus, to just look at, what, I'm here. I'm here. I might not have it all together, right? Yes, while I'm therapy, I might still need to go to therapy. I might still have, a lot of healing left to do, right?
Right.
I still got ish with me,
Right.
but I'm here. And as long as I'm here, as long as I'm here, then it presents every day that I wake up, that I open my eyes and there's a breath of life in my body. That is another day towards my healing. That's another day for me to just, to tell myself that I am the ish, because what was designed to kill me didn't kill me. It didn't take me out. Right? I'm still here despite that definition of survival. I'm still here,
That's
right?
right. Right.
In spite of the difficult circumstance, in spite of, the thing that was done to me, the thing that they did to me, the thing that he did to me, that she did to me, right? Robbing. Some of us have that same story, but particularly if you are, if you are a black child, a black girl child, and it happened to black boy children too, right? But you're still here. Focus on that part of you that has enabled you to still be able to stand.
There is so I saw it earlier. I can't really scroll all the way back. There's 2 points I want to make real quick.
Mhm.
And I know we started about 10 minutes late, so yeah. Um, the first, there was a comment that said transparency can be scary,
Mhm.
and there it is. Like
Mm.
it can be,
Mhm.
it can be, especially um, because being transparent means two things. That means um, there's a piece of there's acknowledgement.
Mhm.
There's acknowledgement that must come. And a lot of times it's hard. I don't even know how we got, because we, like, I don't know how this is coming together, but I'm flowing with spirit on this because there's an acknowledgement that has to come in every situation that we deal with,
Mhm.
regardless of what the acknowledgement is. In some cases, we have to acknowledge that someone that we may have loved and trusted didn't know how to handle us.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
In some cases, we have to acknowledge that we didn't know how to handle someone we love and
Mhm.
trusted.
Mhm.
We may have to acknowledge systematic
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just simply acknowledging that something is not working for us anymore.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because oftentimes when we recognize that something is not working for us anymore, the truth is we knew that a long time ago.
Yes. Yes.
Because the other thing that is scary is change. Change is scary.
Yes, it is. Need to do a whole show on that.
So when I think about, and Radiant said it, I brought the comment up earlier about pain, like
Hmm.
things having a purpose. And again, disclaimer, we're not always necessarily talking about certain type of grief. Certain
Hmm.
type of grief requires a different type of work. Um, but what I will say is that um, oftentimes we get upset about how things end,
Hmm.
but the acknowledgement most of the time is there were moments that we knew it should have ended. Before my ex-girlfriend ever laid her hands on me,
Mm.
she told me who she was. And I thought it was cute. I thought she was like playing or joking. Like, who will tell you that they beat their women? Like, I will never, the day I die, if I can't remember nothing else, I will always remember her looking me in my face and saying, they say I beat my women.
Mm.
And I was 21, I was young, she was older, and I was kicking until she slapped. I mean, oh my gosh, the first set, because it started with something small, started with a shove, it started with her, you know, because she was shorter than me, she would box up in my space a certain kind of way. But that day she slapped me and repeatedly slapped me. I mean, it was like a bad dynasty thing. It was that back and forth thing. All that was that acknowledged in my mind was that she said this.
Mm. Mm.
And part of my healing process was I had to acknowledge that she said it and I had to forgive myself for not listening.
Mm. Mm. That's good.
Sometimes I hear people talk about, like, say their partner like cheated on them. And this was, and I always think back to the partner I had that cheated on me many, many years ago. She had told me she had never been faithful in her life.
Mm.
But when she said it, I was like, ah, when I had to move in healing from the horrific elements of that breakup, I had to acknowledge that she told me and I didn't listen and forgive myself for that. The
Mm.
thing that was blocking me from moving forward wasn't that I couldn't forgive her,
Hmm.
because I forgave her 2 or 3 times.
Right. Mm.
I couldn't forgive me.
Yes. It's the most important thing. You
What
can't.
was it about me?
Yeah.
And Jenworth said it. We like to think that we are special and that we will change.
Yes. Exactly.
But the deep part of that, it does. I keep hearing the word responsibility.
Hmm.
There's some people that are watching this show right now. mm,
Well,
that part of the reason why you can't heal is because there's an element of responsibility on your part
come on.
that you cannot accept because you were done wrong. So that has absolved
Mm.
this space of responsibility. But the responsibility that you have to accept is that you were told
We're told. Wow.
and you did not listen And now, underneath it all, you are angry with yourself. And this is not just a relationship. This could be, so for somebody, it's a job.
Yeah, yeah, come on.
You were told something about that job,
Mm,
but you figured it wasn't going to be a big deal.
yeah,
And
yeah,
now that it has not worked the way that you thought it was going to work, you are angry, but you are angry with yourself and you can't figure out why you can't get past it. I keep hearing this word, responsibility,
yeah.
that you are having a problem
Mm,
forgiving yourself. But the moment that you accept responsibility for, even if it's just giving permission,
come on. Ah, Jesus.
once you do that, it's going to break up something for you. I don't know who that's for, and I'm not a prophet. I'm not doing none of that. But I'm just telling you what was laid on my heart.
Mm,
It's going to break up. It's going to break up something for you. It's not going to get rid of it because you still got to do the work.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's going to be like a jackhammer. It's going to break up
Mm-hmm.
the block so that what you need to do and what you really need to unpack,
Yep.
you're going to be able to get to it.
Ooh, Jesus. So-
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just need to.
No, no, don't ever apologize. Ooh,
Yeah. Mm. Whew. Well, so
yeah, this, yeah.
Sue, 1 minute.
Oh, oh, child. What is there left to say? uh,
1 minute. Something
no, no,
to.
it's not moment, but I think I gave what my something to walk away with was to
You
acknowledge
did.
that
Yeah.
you're here.
Mm.
Acknowledge that you're here. Honor that you are still here, that you are still showing up, right? Even while navigating through those muddy waters of of shame or guilt or unforgiveness, or even while you navigate through all of that of trauma, even while you're navigating through those waters, honor that you are still here.
I, as you can see, I couldn't spell that day.
Renew.
Well, sometimes I'm more than one thing, honey. So I had to let it. I had to let it go. But so if I want to leave something to walk away with, continue to write your story.
Mm,
Sometimes we have already written out what the ending is going to be.
mm-hmm.
And at any given moment, I remember hearing that plot twist, right? At
Mm,
any given moment, you have the right to choose your next step in your adventure.
yeah, yeah.
I used to read those choice books, choose your adventure. I still play phone games on my phone, bit life stuff where you get to choose what you're going to do, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because there were moments in life where I didn't have a choice to me,
Mm.
but I had a choice. I had a choice. I just didn't know it.
Oh, that's
I
good,
didn't know it. I didn't have the skills, and then when I had the skills, I didn't have the wills. I
Whew,
didn't.
that's good.
It felt. I remember my spiritual father telling me I was addicted to the blues.
Mm. Wow.
I remember him saying, "You're a writer, you're a creator. You also are very half glass empty
Mm-hmm.
person. You're addicted to the blues."
Mm. Wow.
And now that I'm on the other side of some healing of that. Sometimes when you can't find comfort, the only comfort you can find is your pain.
Mm. Jesus.
So you will latch on to your pain like it's your friend
Mm-hmm.
because it's the only thing that you know.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that you know. I'm telling somebody today, my thing to walk away with is like like the song Good Morning Heartache said, she invited Heartache in to sit down and
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation with. I want you to have a conversation with your pain and tell him that it's been nice, or tell her or tell it or however, it's been nice. You helped me. You kept me safe.
Mm-hmm.
You kept me protected because as long as you were here, I didn't have to open my heart.
Come on. Ooh.
As long as you were here, I didn't have to let nobody else in.
Mm.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
But now I have to ask you to go.
Jesus.
And I have to stand up, walk over to the door, and open it up for you
Yeah.
and bid you an adieu. Walk your pain to the door.
Walk your pain to the door. Ooh, that's good. Walk your pain to the door.
And if you still can't, then invite your therapist over, or
Yep.
your coach, or your pastor, or your clergy person, whoever your spiritual advisor is,
Yeah.
invite them over to the table and
Mm.
have them help you escort them out. Because
Yes.
anytime you have an unwanted visitor and you don't have the power to get them out your house,
Woo.
you call the police and you have them escort them out of the building. So if you
Renair.
gotta go get some help from somebody
Come
to
on.
escort them out of the building, do that. Do that. That's my something to walk away with.
Mm.
Man, I can't even get my voice on right now, but I am going to say today's broadcast is sponsored by Cara Solutions. Focus on your passion, let Cara handle the rest, and Pink Love Wellness, where we're healing hearts to heal the world. I didn't upload the flyer for tonight, but in about an hour at 7 o'clock, you can catch us on both of us uh, on we're part of the project in the groove. We'll post it up on Walking Heavy because I definitely have to take a moment and like recalibrate because
Mm.
I'm active right now. Like
Yeah.
this, things are speaking, so I gotta start to bring it back down and because we'll be here for a minute.
Hmm.
I gotta.
We love you, family.
We love you. We love you. We love you. And until next week, we have a special thing going on. I do want to say that I will not be here next week, but we're going to have a special guest joining Sue next week, and you are and the topic. You are absolutely not going to want to miss it. And
Yes.
I'm going to be trying to watch from where I'm going to be, if I can, because I'm be gone. But yeah,
Share this. If you've never shared any of our other broadcasts, this would be the one to share because
yeah.
that this is the one that somebody needs to make it. So share this one, please.
And Jay, I see you saying take it. Yeah, I have to take a deep breath. Not because it's overwhelming, but spirit is moving,
Hmm.
and I gotta. You know how when the church is high and all somebody get on and be like Hallelujah.
It's
That's
one of
where
those.
I'm at right now. Yeah, like I gotta bring it back in because spirit is moving.
Yes.
So yes, if you've never, I don't care. You don't gotta like us,
Right.
but if you, I'm just saying, like, share this because somebody needs to be reminded that they're a survivor.
Yeah.
And if they're not feeling it, that some of the stuff that we shared, we just hope today, more than any other day, that you're able to walk away with one thing.
Yeah.
So on that note, family,
Really love you.
we love you. Talk to you soon. Continue blessings to you.